Good afternoon. Would somebody please bring me a better way to replace a brake chamber on the roadside or in a parking lot? I need to still be sawing, but the arms need a bit of a break anyway. I had a stop at an intersection, heard a leak in the dash. Okay, well shoot, let me pull over in this service station. So I pull in, pull the dash out. I step on the pedal with the tractor brake released, but the trailer's set so that the truck won't move when my foot's not on the pedal. And I reach around in there while stepping on brake. Can't feel a single leak. It's weird. Okay. Let me open the door and poke my head out and stick my foot on the pedal. Oh, it's a little bit louder outside that I couldn't hear inside with the engine running and the fan on low. The piggyback, the front section of the Type 3030 brake chamber was, it's got a vent, a plug, dust plug, guess you can see that. In there it was poof, gone. The air was blowing out of it. If I covered it, the air blew out the holes. The diaphragm, rubber diaphragm in here, got a hole in it. And because the air, the parking air that's supposed to push on that to push the spring back and pull that rod to pull the slack adjuster and rotate that S-cam over there to pull the shoes away from the drum, nowhere near as far as they are right now. You can see they're backed off. That's why my ratchet's still hanging up there. It won't come off. I had to turn it so far to get the not this clevis that comes with the chamber on that real long rod, but this clevis that's going to have to go right here and reattach with the pins. If you've done this before, you done noticed I got the bolt in the wrong hole. That's so I can hold it steady. I put it up, hook my air lines. I had to clock this to get the air lines to actually connect, because holes were pointed either over here under the axle or over there at the spring and tire. I loosen it, rotate it, get it set, tighten down both clamp bolts tight on the service brake diaphragm, which is replaceable. Obviously spring brake is not, but if you replace one of these, you got to have the caging bolt in there. It's right there. The other old chamber's behind me. I'm not rolling over here. What I'm doing is I make sure that I can get air on it, because too many people cut these rods off too short. I get it hanging up on the truck or trailer, release the park brake with the wheels chocked, or in this case the trailer holding it. Trailer brake is set, and it draws the rod in. Then I measure the rod on the opposing chamber on the opposite side of the axle. What I did is, cap fell off, whatever. Clevis was up there, and I measured from the front, back, whatever, from the face of the chamber to right here in that clevis, so that I would know where to cut. And I added an extra 1/8 of an inch. Marked it with my nut. Saw it don't fit normal way, so I got it upside down, and I'm having to use two hands so that I can keep it straight enough and one steady in it. The left shoulder is not liking it at all while laying up underneath here, but oh well. Loop happens. Took long enough just to get it in that position, because these fittings were seized nice and tight. It had lock nuts on the old one here. Had a little trouble getting one of the pins out. These pins don't use cotter pins. They are a spring-loaded snap keeper, so you gotta squeeze that with a plier and push or pull the pin out. I used a heel bar or hook bar while squeezing with a needle nose. I use that heel bar to push it. When I had it so far, then I grabbed the pin with a plier and kind of pried and tapped on it to get it all the way out. They're easy to put back in. Hopefully the other pin is still good, but I keep spare parts in the truck. It's like that caging bolt I mentioned that's supposed to stick in the chamber. That one comes out of my spare parts box because this one over here, it was in this position, so it got full of dirt and it will not come out. Wasn't going to fight with it. I even had tapped on here and that mashed it in. So, so I popped that off without taking any chance of breaking this and having that fly apart and take my head or somebody else's off. You don't want to get hurt. I got my safety glasses on. Like I said, the trailer is being the wheel chocks and all that. This is caged so that when I'm handling this sucker, moving it around, it's not going to bust apart. You're supposed to cage them when you remove old ones and leave them caged, so if it goes to the scrap yard, somebody doesn't get hurt. And actually, the regulation, what you're supposed to do, take a torch and cut a hole through here and cut through the darn springs on both sides to completely disable them. Anyway, see if I can get the last 1/3 of that faster than it took me to do the first 2/3. I'm too used to holding the steering wheel and shifting the gears, not struggling in positions that don't work. I'm going to try to get me a air die grinder and a cutting disc kept in this truck like I should have done all along. I keep a 1/2-inch drive impact. I was going to use it on the bottom nut, but you can't get a socket up in here at all, so I just used a box end wrench with a cheater wrench to get it both broke loose and just took them off with that. I'm going to use a socket and ratchet. That's how I finished taking it off. Nice impact 6-point on a ratchet, and then just tighten a dog snot out of them. Anyway, this is a Freightliner 96 FLD 120, but when it comes to air brakes, it's air brakes. Just most of the older stuff is the same. Some of the very newest that I haven't messed with may be a little different. Thanks for watching. There's a whole truck maintenance playlist and equipment maintenance playlist and all kind of other playlists. Some are my videos. Most of my playlists are not my videos, but the maintenance ones are usually garbage I'm stuck doing to keep moving forward, including automotive. Thank you.